Long time ago, in a town called Banire, there were two best friends, Ajani and Tolani. They had been close since childhood. They went to the same primary school and attended the same secondary school. They ate together, played together every day. Ajani was hardworking, known for his dedication, while Tolani was lazy, always looking for the easy way out. One day, Ajani decided to visit an herbalist to find out what his future held. He called Tolani and said, "Tolani, I want to visit an herbalist. I want to know what I will become in future," he said. Tolani replied with excitement, "I will go with you, Ajani. Let's go to the best herbalist in Banire, Alao." So the two best friends set off to visit Alao, the herbalist. When they reached Alao's shrine, the herbalist performed a ritual with the oracle and then looked at them with a smile. "Ajani, Tolani, congratulations to both of you," Alao announced. Ajani and Tolani hugged each other, beaming with happiness. They felt as if their destiny were about to take shape in a way they could never imagine. Alao first turned to Tolani and said, "Congratulations, Tolani. You will become the next king of Banire." Tolani's face lit up with joy. He jumped up, clapped his hands, and danced in celebration. Ajani, his dear friend, also rejoiced with him, feeling genuinely happy. But then, they turned to listen to Ajani's fate. Tolani looked eagerly curious about his friend's destiny. Alao turned to Ajani and said, "Ajani, congratulations. You will be a friend to the king. When your friend Tolani becomes the king, you will be the one to carry his staff, to clean his shoe, wash his clothes, open his car door, and run every errand for him. You will be famous because a friend to the king is also the king." Tolani was thrilled, while Ajani felt his heart sink. They left Alao's shrine, while Ajani was lost in thought. "I will be a servant to my best friend Tolani. I will clean his shoes, wash his clothes, and run errands. No, I won't agree to this. I must find out something meaningful to do with my life." He thought, sadness heavy in his heart. In the town, Tolani began boasting about his future as a king. If any teacher tried to punish him, he would say, "I, Tolani, I am the next king of Banire. No one must lay his hands on the king." Because of this, Tolani stopped going to school, thinking he was so important for that. He began living like a king already, telling all the young maidens of Banire that he would soon be ruling. The maidens adored him, following him everywhere he went, and he slept with them. One day, without telling anyone, Ajani left the town. He went deep into the forest, taking a cutlass, hoe, food, matches, salt, pepper, maize, clothes, and other things for farming. He built a hut to sleep and cleared a large area for farming. He planted cassava, maize, plantain, yam, tomatoes, pepper, and many other crops. Ajani worked tirelessly, putting his energy into building a life for himself in the forest. Meanwhile, Tolani continued to boast and refuse to work. He had little to eat, and his face grew thin. He relied only on others' kindness and spent his days wandering aimlessly. After some time, Ajani's hard work paid off. His farm flourished, and during the harvest season, people from neighboring villages came to buy his crops. Ajani became famous as a successful and wealthy farmer. News of the thriving farm spread quickly. As soon as the market women and traders from Banire began traveling to buy food from him, Ajani grew even richer and became respected for his dedication. A year passed, and the king of Banire grew old and passed away. The entire village mourned their beloved ruler. When Tolani heard the news, he put on a show of crying in front of everyone, wailing as if in great pain. The villagers comforted him, thinking he was deeply saddened. But when he returned home, he laughed to himself and danced around in joy, saying, "Hi, Tolani, I'm finally going to be king." 3 months later, the elders of Banire gathered to discuss the matter of crowning a new king. One elder stood up and said, "As we all know, our king, King Obayemi, had passed away. We are here to decide who should be our next king. Let us make arrangements to crown Tolani as the new king." The elders agreed and began preparing. However, just before the coronation, a severe famine struck Banire. The crops dried up and there were no food. People became weak with hunger, and the elders had to delay the ceremony. As everyone was searching desperately for food, the elders gathered again and said, "If things continue this way, the whole town will starve. We must find a solution." Then other elders spoke up. "We all know that Ajani's farm is the only one that can feed the entire town. Only he had enough food to help us through this famine." They agreed to visit Ajani and asked him to become their king. When they arrived at his farm, they marveled at its size and how rich, full of food it was. They told Ajani of their needs and pleaded with him to accept the throne. Ajani shook his head and replied, "I cannot leave my farm. I need to look after it, and there is no one to help me." But the elders insisted, saying, "Your friend Tolani will help you with the farm work." Finally, they lifted Ajani up and carried him back to Banire, crowning him as their new king. Tolani, who had once dreamed of ruling, became Ajani's servant and worked on his farm. Ajani ruled wisely and with kindness for many years. Tolani learned the hard way that true greatness comes from dedication and hard work. Make hay while the sun shines. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and turn on the notification for more stories.